Hello, Rocks99, and welcome to a video I decided to kind of do, and probably will be kind of a series of videos I'll probably be doing in the next couple of weeks and months, give or take what I want to do. If you don't know who I am, you probably do see me in the comment section of the DSP Detractor community, usually commenting my 2 cents on situations, what I've gotten from other people, and where I've stand on a lot of situations that's happened so far. So I decided I want to do a video on DSP's relationship with Kat, or as I kind of call her, Catherine, and how it's been how there's a lot of strangeness to the relationship. So to compromise this video, you're gonna watch critical mode of Kingdom Hearts 3. And I know, not everybody who probably is in or out DSP community is fan of Kingdom Hearts 3, but I want to find something that I want to use as commentate. I'll be doing this a lot of games that I do have in my collection to use as a little bit of a medium to watch while I talk, better than just nothing. I will be skipping the cutscenes for this, so you're just gonna watch me fighting and me dying. But let's begin. Now, where can we begin? I guess the best way to put it is when we found out that DSP had a girlfriend, or new girlfriend, after breaking up with his, which was his 5-year relationship with Pandalee, or Leanna. And there's been, up to then, we all wondering who the heck this girl is. Who is she? Who would ever want to be in love with Phil? And why she just turned up out of nowhere? Of course, Kiwi Farms were able to kind of find, once things kind of came out who she was, albeit worrying a little bit of what's going on, it came to twist that we learned a lot more about Catherine than we read meets the eye. And you're probably wondering, why do you call her Catherine? I mean, yes, that's her real name, but how come? What's the significance? Well, one, it's a reference to Catherine, the Atlas game, and two, I feel it'd be better to kind of give her some sort of identity and personality. She doesn't give it as much personality, but I'll get to that soon. At first we were wondering about this mysterious girlfriend. When we first saw a picture of Phil and some girl behind his back, or some girl he was holding hands with in the mall or wherever they were at. And to today we still don't know who that other girl was, and we're not 100% that wasn't Kat. So we were then introduced. So then, of course, we had the whole escort saga, and Phil kind of really letting that get to him. And then, of course, we finally got to meet Kat. But then we were able to find out Kat had her own YouTube channel, she had her own Twitch, she had all of that before dating this DSP. To then, of course, she then vanished off the face of the internet. We don't know why, but it seemed like Phil kind of wanted to block her away from any sort of social media. It's either to try to control her, or was it to try to keep her so detractors would get to her? But I do not believe that. I think he only did that to try to have to know and to say how bad the situation is. But I am going off what I've learned from DCD and everyone else I've listened to when it came to Leanna, Panda and all this. Sorry, I'm a cat. It's hard to keep track because there's a reason why I say Catherine, because it's a little bit easier. So let's begin. Back last year, we were finally meeting face to face with Catherine, who finally moved in February, and you could tell her appearance-wise how she looked last year to how she looked before. It all is strange. She seemed to have a personality and kind of almost a little lively, but on there you can kind of feel there was some kind of awkward discomfort between Phil and Kat. And of course, Phil was trying to parade her kind of like a trophy, just like he did with Liana. And that's the fun thing we can kind of have together from just the relationship between Phil and Catherine. If you go back to the some of the videos which we've seen of her on IRL streams, you always feel some kind of awkward discomfort between them. And you can kind of feel it. It's that you can tell that she's either awkward about this arrangement, or there's a lot more about the situation that doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, and by the way, you're going to be watching a lot of deaths in this, so get used to that. Trust me. Critical mode is not my friend. And not nice to me. But, let's continue on. You can kind of tell there's a lot about Phil and Catherine's body language that you can tell there's some kind of... This does not feel like a relationship. Phil calls Catherine her soulmate, very much trying to push away all the years he had with Liana. And you can tell that this was basically his way of saying, "Ha! Liana couldn't be my soul, be my love. So I'm going to have this new girl take care of me for the rest of my life." And you can kind of feel how much he talks about Kat all the time. He's like, he talks all about that she cleans, she cooks. She pretty much makes it sound like she's a perfect woman. But the problem is, and we kind of see it, that we don't see anything that makes Catherine kind of just this boring person. And you kind of tell she doesn't talk a lot in the videos, and you kind of tell. This is kind of where a lot of the memes about her look like a horse come to be, because she just has this very horse-like face. But yet she looked like she was kind of beautiful. She was kind of beautiful before all this, but now it's like she doesn't. She just lost all that beauty. We don't know why or how come. So... And this is kind of where we come to the first thing about the relationship. Why does it still have to mean back last year to try to have Liana in all, and try to force Kat in all these, in some of his videos? People warned him not to do that. His fans warned him, but he didn't listen. Phil was trying to again make Liana, make Catherine the next Liana. Make her see, and he was trying to groom her. He was trying to control her, and you can tell she wasn't in that same control. And which then put this way, Liana was annoying. She was annoying because of how immature she was. But with Kat, there's nothing about her is annoying or obnoxious about her. It's just because she's just boring and bland. She doesn't have any personality compared to Liana, which is ironic. And that's one thing we noticed about the relationship, is that they don't feel like a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. They feel just like they're just awkward roommates. And as someone who has seen my sister, date all the time, they're more close than Phil and Catherine. And you can tell, it's just an arrangement. Now, I'm crediting GC on this one. He coined the idea of it being an arrangement. And sadly, I kind of wish that Catherine was a family member, because that really added a little bit of, it was a fun little theory while it lasted. But at the time, we didn't know everything about her. thanks to Almighty Tevin, praise be Almighty, he was able to kind of give us a little bit more information about who she is, about her past, her relationship with, and of course, Phil was more defensive about Catherine's past, her looks, than Leanna. Yeah, Leanna, he had the whole Kingdom Hearts 1 debacle, but with Catherine, he was more sensitive and sensitive about it every so often. He gets so mad when you bring up anything about his, and even when you bring up his ex, he's very defensive about that. But I'm gonna get to that soon. We're gonna get to the recent stuff that happened soon. But we're gonna talk more and more about how the relationship just didn't feel. It just felt like, as GTD said, Golden Triangle Gamer, for those who may not know who he is, as an arrangement. They don't. There's a reason why people are like, oh, I was gonna try to communicate, keep on saying soulmate. She's just a maid. That's it. There's really nothing that makes them feel like they're soulmates. They don't feel like they're a couple. They don't feel like they're meant to be. Imagine Phil acts like she is her soulmate, his soulmate. He doesn't. There's nothing about the relationship that makes it a good relationship. So now you ask, so what has happened so far that kind of made you think the relationship was more, that you at first you think, well, in a relationship, what's going on behind the scenes of the relationship? Well, as a thing, Phil was going out his way to not share anything of what he and Kat do all behind the scenes, outside of saying, okay, they go and spend time together. That's it. And that's the thing. When back in the Halloween stream, the last time we got to see Kat for Catherine for almost months, that was kind of an odd thing. We can tell that, obviously that she had plans, and she was not supposed to be on Phil's street for that long. It goes to Phil, she was obviously bored. And then, of course, there was also all the things that started crept up about Catherine's past that was brought up, and apparently, either Catherine has some very thin skin, or Phil was trying to use Tevin as some kind of scapegoat for what was going on. And him throwing that, you're a scumbag and you will pay for what you've done, blah 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 blah. That was a very hilarious farce, that was very fun. How she really was trying to, have everyone try to go after Tevin. That was very short-lived, as you all remembered. As nothing happened, that was a very short-lived kind of arc. But we have seen a lot of the DSP's hatred for Tevin resurface before, more recently. But again, we're talking a lot about the whole Catherine stuff. So, why do you think DSP? What do you think the real reason why Catherine is not on DSP's DSP content anymore? Here's my real reason. I think this is where I've been joking a lot, making up these funny skits in my skits. I think Kat is mentally telling Phil, I do not want to be on your stuff anymore. It wasn't fun. If you try to force me to come on your stuff again, I will do something that will make you regret it. Or something that makes Phil sweat, make him scared to his stomach. He knows that if you try to force her to be on the stuff, he's in trouble. He knows it. I think I think that Kat has some kind of control on him. And that's kind of where I think a lot of this is. That she has some control of him. I don't know how, but it's complicated to explain it. But I think Phil has some kind of, she has some control of him. And that's why I think. And that's but that's the thing that makes you wonder. And this is the part that doesn't make a lot of sense. Why target Tevin? Why try to make it like Tevin did anything? And then why lie with may have really happened what was going behind the scenes of the conversation? And if it's true that Kat was upset about stuff said by the trolls, why is she so thin-skinned about it? You're younger. Listen, I'm annoyed by the world of terrible memes and terrible bad jokes and repetitive stuff all the time. But trust me, I say that I say and talk about it online, but in real life I will have my peace when I talk about it with other people. If she's that thin-skinned about what people said about her in her past, it doesn't make a lot of sense. So of course, we had that long period of not seeing Kat since October to the wedding, until the wedding he had in Connecticut. And now the thing we don't know is why was it a rush wedding? What really going on? Are they really wed? Are they really married? This, that, and the third. But again, if you have discussions or ideas you want me to talk about, my opinions on things or what I've gathered up, again, come in the comments. You'll probably see the description of my Twitter, and you can kind of, at me and tell me things you have your own suggestions of discussion ideas you want to hear. So what's up with the wedding quickly? We can tell it was rushed. It was a rushed wedding. It didn't have all the bells and whistles of weddings. As someone who watches way too much TV growing up, and I'm proud of that, it didn't feel like it was a natural wedding. It just felt very artificial. And hold up for a second. Sorry about that. As I was saying, I think it's very artificial. It didn't feel like Phil went out his way to make, even all that money he scammed his fans and viewers. He didn't go out his way to make it a big wedding. He just had it at his house, signed some papers, got some old suit he wore, and whatever dress he got Kat, because it made her look obviously she's gaining some pound even though she's supposed to go in the gym. And that's his history. He came back, told us this, fans basically got scammed for the money they got, and he lost a lot. He did lose some viewers afterwards. So what is going? So the thing that we're all still trying to we have found out now is that this wedding actually official. As Kiwi Farms has not found any records of this really ties into the whole, this was some kind of fake wedding, and try to use this kind of wedding to hide behind some kind of taxes or whatever's going on. We don't know, and like I said, Phil is not going to be honest with us. It's safe to say that he's hiding something that we don't know. So now let's go to, of course we're talking about the wedding, but there's no way they look happy in that picture, and there's a lot of theories what's going on now. So let's go into the next thing, which is going to be Phil's insecurities about romances in video games or women in video games. Now he said something like this when he was sitting with Kat last year, but at first I never paid a lot of mind. But it's like Phil's been acting very beta male, or omega male, as someone said it, about relationships in video games ever since he's been Kat. He was never like this with Liana, and that's the thing that doesn't make a lot of sense. Why now? Why the big change? So, as you've probably been seeing, if you follow, of course, Dragon Killer, DSP Archives, you've been seeing a lot of Phil's rants and tangents about when his fans ask him to do these romance side quests, you know, please do these romance side quests. Phil goes out his way to not do them because, oh, he's married, he doesn't want to do it, and then he starts saying that he's immature, he's above all that, and all this over an optional side quest. And he hates these kind of stuff now because he's a grown man now. He's better than, he does not need all this. He doesn't need waifus and all that. Okay, first off, there's nothing to do with waifus. It's about being immersive to game. That's why you have a lot of games about dating sim. That's why you have a lot of games where you date characters and you make them paired up together. It's about feeling immersive. It has nothing to do with waifus or anything. If you have to feel so insecure about your own relationship, whether you're your husband, your wife, your boyfriend or girlfriend, then there's something off about your relationship that's going on. It says that, so to that I say, Phil is not, how Phil may be acting like he and Catherine are soulmates, some perfect meant to be. That's what you kind of know about the fact that Catherine, as I should have mentioned earlier, Catherine of course was dating her boyfriend, Subaru Man, as we call him. And of course, she was cheating on her once boyfriend with Phil. So, and that's the thing that really doesn't make a lot of sense, is how he's been acting about this. And, well, I have to actually remember my own thoughts now, because I kind of just lost my train of thoughts there. But, here's what I'm talking about. He has been insecure about this whole thing. And now wanted to, like, not do this kind of side quests. I think we know the real reason why he won't play Persona, even though he knows what Royal is. Because, again, he gets all the information off Twitter, which is sad. It's because he knows he's gonna have to romance. He has to romance the characters in Persona, and he knows it. And if he finds this video, because he will, or one of his, you know, pay piggies, tries to find some, said, oh, there's some new detractor out there talking shit about you. Okay, first off, I've been your detractor. I've been one of his detractors since 2015 when even when Such Kojima were around. So I've been around since then. At least 2015, 2016, so, and I'm following everybody else. So I've been around with him forever. I just don't, he probably seen me in his comments, but if his comments in the Persona 5 playthrough, but he closed those comments, remember? So, how insecure is his relationship with Catherine? With Catherine. One, is, I'd go with what LSB might brought up. She's keeping tabs on Phil, she's keeping tabs on him. Because, you know, remember, Catherine was a cheater. Of course, she's probably thinking Phil's, you know, cheating on him. Which, Phil's so paranoid about that he's probably cheating on Catherine. Because it's just a projection of he knows he was cheating on Liana. And he's been at this more heavily since Liana's pictures came public. So I think what's really going on is this is just a projection. He's trying to act like he's above porn, he's above waifus, he's above all this information, all the stuff, because he knows full well he is.
Thank you.
And that's the thing that doesn't make a lot of sense. Is how is so is if your wife really controlling you to the point that if you even look at another girl or even fictional, she has her little balls in a vice? Like, how sad is that you have to feel like...
Thanks. Go get him.
But how's it sad that you have to feel you gotta be so insecure about it? So, this is kind of where is Phil, how much we can feel that there is... That Phil, as much as Phil keeps saying how he has a great relationship with Kat, okay, he doesn't. Okay, one, we haven't seen Kat since that one. It's not just only with this Halloween, but we haven't seen her until that pictures came out. So, how great of a relationship if we don't even get to see your old significant other? And then also this. Why you gotta feel like you're above everything, including porn and hentai and porn and in waifus and stuff like that, or girls in video games, or you're trying to quote unquote act like none of it happened? It's all on his channel, and this is a man who keeps talking about his 10-year, 11-year legacy. He existed for those years, not really anything. And that's the thing that doesn't make a lot of sense. Is just how this is really... He's been getting more angry and angry about this with every day. Every time someone asks him this, you see how angry he's getting. So again, I take credit again to DSP Archives. He's been archiving all of this. You can tell how he's defensive about this. He's so thin-skinned about all this. The moment I know DT gets to this, he's gonna go hard on this. Like he's probably going hard on Sade's mom. And I say to that, I say, look, if you can have the milk and cookies, I commend you. But how are you so defensive about this? Why are you defensive about this? It's just a video game. I thought you said you want to play games and have fun. And have fun. And be immersive. So of course we know it. He's not immersive in video games. There's a profit in him. And also too, he's because how much he is really defensive about the idea that Catherine is watching him. He's controlled by her some way. Probably how they got married. And if the rumors are true, there's a baby or something really going on, she is the one that holds the keys to the Gout Palace. And whatever happens to her, I'll talk about it in a separate video, which is gonna be called Catherine Endgame. And I know that sounds like a very awesome movie, and it does, maybe. But how insecure can someone be? Why is he like? If this really has a lot to do, why is it starting to catch up? Why is it now? So that's. I think that, of course, there is not really anything left. So I guess I kind of will wrap this one up. My final thoughts on this whole thing. DSPs, as everyone has said, including myself, and I've agreed on,
you're my heroes.
Their relationship is more of an arrangement. They're just basically roommates in some weird shaped way. There's a lot of questions about why Catherine disappeared after the Halloween stream. Turns out we see one picture of her in April, and then nothing of her of the sort. They say they're going out of town. They say they're going out and everything else. But what the? What do we know? It's safe to say Phil is hiding something. It's obviously his insecurities to women in video games. It's translating a lot into what he is going on. If he has to try to project the idea that him and Catherine have some kind of perfect relationship,
Thank you.
then it's safe to say there is no perfect relationship. He can give her all the fun he wants, but he can say Catherine agrees with him and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, his relationship with Kat is really just smoke and mirrors to something that is going on that we don't know yet. The relationship is going to end as bad as the relationship with Leanna. And unlike Leanna, she's not, unlike Leanna who pretty much left basically off the internet, probably never to see, probably now lost any conversation with her family because her family and her old friends because, well, Phil pretty much ruined that life for her. Kat will win somehow, so which I will talk about in a later video, in a later date, or probably not when this video is uploaded. So this is where I will kind of leave it to anyone else who might see this video. What is your thoughts about DSP's relationship with Leanna and Kat as well, and how it compares? Why do you think he's been acting very, and I mean it, very insecure and sensitive about any type of finding a relationship in video games or anything? Why does he feel like he's above anything? Like, oh, if you like to have waifus, or if you watch porn, you're immature. You're not where I am with a perfect relationship. Why does he have to? Why do you have to make his relationship so like it is perfect? No relationship is perfect. I had to watch my family, my own mom, my sister go through many breakups. I had to see my mom have exit, and then my father then divorced when I was young. No relationship is perfect. You can stay long together, sometimes as long as you have a good chemistry with each other. But Phil does not know what that really means, and it shows a lot into what's really going on. His insecurity and him raging about relationships is only going to make the situation even worse. And the more he keeps this up, it only makes people more curious on what's really going on. If he really wants to say he's not into that, just say I'm not interested in it. You don't have to go into rants or insult people, calling them losers or name calling. You're 37 years old, and you have to feel like you have to feel above and beyond everything. And this shows it. The pink roach is really showing how much he's letting the internet control him on how he acts and does. That he has to feel just because he's on the internet that he has to make this whole I have to be this big honest man on YouTube. But he's not being honest about it. Phil has shown a big decline. And the more we can tell that what's going on is going to drain him. If his life with Kat is so great, why he never seems happy? He doesn't ever look happy. It's safe to say that, it's like I said, this is just an arrangement of something much we don't understand. So, there's really, really nothing left for me to say that I shouldn't say for another video. So, again, let's go back to one more final thought. If they were trying to clean up this whole thing, why not be honest? That's all I really need to say. And with that, I think I'm gonna finish this video off. And as always, I guess it's time for me to do what I do with any new video should do, and just plug myself. It's small, but I guess just I'll keep it quick. Besides, you're gonna see the rest of the battle anyway, so you can enjoy the rest of this fight. I might keep this file, which is pretty good for discussion purposes. And I'll find other, if you have any other games you want to probably see me use as kind of a springboard to talk through, let me know. So, I guess, one, you can find me on Facebook where I'm just talking stuff with my friends and, you know, sharing things. You can find me on Twitter, which is where I'm following a lot of voice actors, a lot of content creators, and some content creators, some people I follow, and, you know, just chatting, and always having some of my 2 cents. You can find my YouTube channel, which is, of course, OKRocket99, which is where I will normally be doing playthroughs. I'm currently working on recording Detroit Become Human, which is going to be the Everybody Lives file, as well as critical mode for Kingdom Hearts 3, as well as for anyone who is a fan of visual novels. I'm working on Stay Alive, Real Reincarnation, for those fans who may have heard the anime but want to watch something interesting. So, with that, I'm going to see you next video I do. Hope you enjoyed this. I will, of course, link you to a lot of the detractors who I did reference in this video. So I didn't feel like I took anything from them. I will credit you for this one. So with that, this is OpKeeperRoxas99. Take care and have a good day. Have a good evening, morning, or wherever you're hearing this. So see you then.